Yeah, so I wanted to talk to you ladies today about pre-pregnancy body prepping tips. This is something I learned before I conceived and had my babies, and I wish more women knew about this. There is kind of some people who know, and some like the mom bloggers and things like that, and healthcare professionals have shared this, but I still feel like it's not popular enough. And so today, in today's episode, I wanted to kind of share some of the amazing benefits that are possible for the mom and the baby when you body prep before you conceive. So if you know you are trying to plan a family, that is something that you can actually prep your body for, you and your husband. And of course, certain things you want to do is like you both want to be at a healthy weight. And we're going to talk about why that is important. For one, I'll share this study, a study published in the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology found that women who are overweight or obese before pregnancy had a 70% higher risk of gestational diabetes and a 20 to 30% increased risk of preterm birth compared to women with a healthy weight. So I always see women losing weight and looking amazing after they have the baby. Like some women are like, oh, I just had a baby. I've been plus size, my whole life. Now is the time that I am going to, get down to the smallest I've ever been. And I go, that is great. But man, I wish you did that before you conceived, because that baby would have benefited from your healthier body. They would have benefited from more increase of blood volume. They would have benefited from healthier blood supply going to the placenta. All of those things. And it's important for the husbands too, because we know they do fertilize and everything. And if they're at a healthier weight, they also will produce healthier sperm. So it is really a twofold thing. The mom's part is even more important because she is then going to carry the baby. So it's even more important for the woman. But I really just want to kind of highlight and talk about this today. So before you even conceive, start taking your prenatal before you even do that. Okay, so, and I'm talking 6 months to a year before. Let your body really have all the vitamins and nutrients it needs. We know that folic acid you need. The CDC recommends 400 micrograms of folic acid daily before pregnancy. Before pregnancy. Here's the CDC, the government, giving us health tips, but people ignoring it. Before pregnancy, when you do that, you reduce neural tube defects by 70%. So really, really, really important to do and give a try. Okay. Now, the next thing is fertility. So some people do have issues with fertility. They cannot get pregnant. And what is a shame, and I will call it out for what it is sometimes people can't get pregnant. They do the natural thing. They go to the doctor, and the doctors don't always, or maybe perhaps aren't the best at telling people, hey, if you lose weight, you probably would be able to conceive. They usually are going to do first the medications, to help you conceive. And they're going to take you through a whole fertility treatment, which can include injections and all those things that women do who need to conceive. So it's a shame, because again, this is where some of the lifestyle choices like, vaping, doing drugs, all those things are affecting people's fertility. Being overweight, being, anything that is not healthy is going to affect your fertility. Your fertility is the first thing your body is going to shut off when it has too much to do. And so, just getting yourself healthy. If you've ever done drugs before, you ever smoked before, stopping that a year prior to conceiving, at least. Ideally, don't ever do it, right? But at least stopping that a year before you conceive is going to help out a lot, okay? And women who are obese, fertility treatment success rates are reduced by 20 to 30%. So then you're spending all that extra money and you're still not able to conceive. So again, address the root cause, which is the overweight to get yourself at a healthy level. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's important. Welcome to Work It Lady Podcast, where it's time to put in the work regarding educating yourself on all areas of your health and well-being. At Work It Lady Podcast, we are dedicated to empowering women to take control of their health and mental well-being. Our mission is to provide women with the knowledge, inspiration, and tools needed to transform their lives, from improving nutrition and fitness, navigating womanhood, and if you're a mom, excelling at motherhood. Step 1, like this episode. Step 2, share it with someone you love, and even the haters, they need help too. Step 3, subscribe on podcasts, subscribe on YouTube, join our mailing list to stay in the loop on classes and events. I am so happy you made it here, girl. Thank you. So, just some more statistics on this. According to the CDC, there's an increased risk of miscarriage by up to 25% for women who have smoked. So all this stuff starts to stack up. Now, what else can we do? Because we are here for more tips on this, okay? So now let's say you've addressed all that. Either you haven't done it or you've stopped it 1 year prior to conception. Now, here's the food things that you want to do in that 1 year period. You want to have walnuts. Walnuts are great for brain development every day, okay? But a year prior. You also want to have a green apple every single day. And then in addition to that, you want to make sure that you are getting your 3 fruits and 3 veggies every single day. That is going to supercharge your body and make you super healthy, okay? And you're also going to be taking your prenatal vitamin a year before as well. So definitely, do this. This can really give your body the makeover that it needs, okay? And really, you're giving your baby the best shot at a healthy conception, a healthy pregnancy, and all of that, okay? So those are just a few of the things. Now, what I will add to that is start being very good about drinking your water a year prior to conceiving. That's going to help you to have good blood volume. It's also going to help to balance your hormones so that you can also have a healthy conception. I feel like also making sure you have enough water and your hormones are balanced is also going to help you to have a lot less nausea. Speaking of nausea, exercise and physical activity before pregnancy is going to really send this all through the roof, and you're going to be shooting literally through the stars. Like, you are going to do so well if you exercise and are physically active before you're pregnant. Exercise has immense benefits for conception. According to the American Journal of Epidemiology, women who engage in regular moderate physical activity before pregnancy are 30 to 40% less likely to experience fertility issues compared to sedentary women. Additionally, exercise can reduce the risk of pregnancy complications such as gestational diabetes and preeclampsia. Also, exercising before and during your pregnancy will reduce your nausea, balance your hormones, and send crucial nutrients to your womb that is going to then in turn be sent to the placenta and sent to the baby. And that is what you want. Ignore the things where people say, hey, you're having a baby, you got to sit down and do nothing. That is bad advice. Most women who sit down and do nothing, or they're already obese, are going to be more likely to have preterm births, so premature babies, okay? Be active. In my case, that definitely helped me out a lot. And, I was able to have a healthy full-term pregnancy with both because I employed a lot of this stuff that I'm sharing with you today, okay? And even there's one like Instagrammer I follow. Her and her husband used to be like ice skaters, and she was like, wow, I've started exercising and it's helped with my morning sickness so much. You should have seen the uninformed in the comment section. Oh, you should not exercise. You should just sit down and not do anything. And that is bad advice. Like, again, so many people who work out and exercise say that they feel so much better during pregnancy. Exercise is the only thing that stopped my throwing up and nausea. Literally the only thing. And I did not have to. I was like a couple steps away from having to have like nausea medication and stuff like that, which I was like, I don't want to take it. I was like, I'm going to try this working out thing during pregnancy and see how that works out. And I could not believe how much it literally stopped my nausea and my throwing up. I was just like, wow. Like literally, wow, how many people know that? And then I didn't need that medication, and I was happy about that. So definitely keep that in mind. So just kind of to recap, you're going to be doing some things before pregnancy, making sure that you start your prenatal a year out, your water a year out, your green apple a day, your walnuts a year out, and your fruits and veggies, 3 of them each day a year out. Then during your pregnancy, you're going to continue with all of that, but you are also going to continue to exercise during that pregnancy. Okay. And we're not talking about, you ain't got to go rock climbing, girl. We're talking about, walking, getting your heart rate up a little bit, because you want to keep your heart strong during this time, because you've got a lot of extra work and weight to manage. So, you want to strengthen the heart while you're going through that, so that the heart is not negatively affected by that. Okay. And it's not easy now. Just because I'm saying this don't mean it's going to be easy. I mean, I was out there huffing and puffing, and I would feel like, oh man, I cannot even go anymore. But my husband would get out there and walk with me. And that's what we would do. We would just walk around our block. And while we was out there walking in circle, walking in circle, walking in circle. But even sometimes it was cold. But I was like, I'm about to do what I got to do, because I want to minimize complications. And I'm trying to do the best that I can for this baby. So if you like that, girl, rock out on these tips. I guarantee you they are going to serve you well. Research things that other women have done online as well. And listen to their stories about how this has helped them with their pregnancies. Okay. I hope you found this information helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.